Lucas sat on the edge of his bed, rubbing his temples as he stared at the clock. Midnight. Again. For weeks, sleep had eluded him. He'd tried reading, meditation, even counting sheep. Nothing worked. His thoughts spiraled in the darkness, tangled with worry about work, family, and the ache in his back that wouldn't go away. Every night was the same struggle, and every morning he woke up groggy, feeling as though he hadn't slept at all. One evening, as he sat at his kitchen table, sipping chamomile tea and scrolling through articles on his tablet, he stumbled upon a story about certain foods that could naturally improve sleep. It wasn't the usual advice he'd heard about avoiding caffeine or turning off screens. This was about what to eat, 7 specific foods that could help him sleep like never before. The concept fascinated him. After months of restless nights, he was willing to try anything. The next morning, Lucas made a list and headed to the local market. He returned home with bags full of ingredients: cherries, kiwi, salmon, almonds, oatmeal, bananas, and Greek yogurt. He unpacked them one by one, considering how to incorporate them into his meals. If these foods could unlock a night of deep, restful sleep, he was ready to embrace them wholeheartedly. That evening, he started with cherries. Specifically, tart cherries, known for their natural melatonin content, the hormone that regulates sleep. Lucas rinsed a handful of the deep red fruit and ate them slowly as he prepared dinner. The flavor was tangy, a little sour, but surprisingly refreshing. He learned that eating a small bowl of cherries in the evening could increase melatonin levels, helping to ease the transition into sleep. Encouraged, he added them to his nightly routine. For dinner, he turned to salmon. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, salmon helped boost the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that converted into melatonin in the brain. Lucas marinated a fillet in lemon and herbs, then grilled it lightly. The fish was tender and flavorful, and as he savored each bite, he felt a sense of calm wash over him. To complete the meal, he paired the salmon with a small serving of quinoa and steamed vegetables, keeping it light yet satisfying. After dinner, Lucas sat down with a bowl of sliced kiwi. He read that kiwi was high in antioxidants and serotonin, both of which could improve sleep quality and duration. Its tart, sweet flavor was pleasant, and it was easy to prepare, a perfect evening snack. He set aside a couple of kiwis in the refrigerator, planning to enjoy them the following night as well. Later, as the clock inched toward bedtime, Lucas prepared a small snack of almonds and a banana. Almonds were a natural source of magnesium, which helped relax muscles and nerves. Bananas, rich in potassium and vitamin B6, supported melatonin production and muscle relaxation. He peeled the banana and ate it with a handful of almonds, enjoying the contrasting textures, the soft fruit, and the crunch of the nuts. Together, they made a satisfying, sleep-friendly combination. Before brushing his teeth and turning in for the night, Lucas decided to have a small bowl of Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey. Greek yogurt, packed with calcium and protein, played a role in processing tryptophan, another amino acid that supported serotonin and melatonin production. The creamy texture and subtle sweetness of the yogurt and honey provided a comforting end to his day. It wasn't heavy, but it was enough to quiet his hunger and soothe his mind. As he slipped under the covers, Lucas noticed something different. His mind felt calmer, his body more relaxed. He wasn't tangled in his usual web of anxious thoughts. Instead, his eyes felt heavy, and a sense of tranquility settled over him. Within minutes, he drifted off into a deep, peaceful sleep. When he woke the next morning, sunlight streamed through his window. He felt refreshed, almost as if he'd finally caught up on all the sleep he'd missed. The change was remarkable. Eager to maintain the progress, Lucas continued incorporating these sleep-friendly foods into his meals over the next week. For breakfast, he added oatmeal topped with sliced bananas and a few chopped almonds. The complex carbohydrates in oats helped increase serotonin production, while the bananas and almonds added essential nutrients to relax his body and mind. It was a simple, nourishing way to start the day and set the tone for restful sleep later. In the afternoons, he prepared a smoothie with tart cherry juice, Greek yogurt, and a handful of spinach for extra vitamins. This combination provided a steady dose of sleep-promoting compounds throughout the day. Sometimes, he swapped the smoothie for a small bowl of cherries or a cup of herbal tea with a side of kiwi, keeping the focus on natural ingredients that supported his sleep cycle. At dinner, Lucas experimented with salmon in different forms: grilled, baked, even poached. He discovered that pairing it with leafy greens or quinoa provided a balanced meal that left him feeling satisfied, but not overly full. On evenings when he craved something different, he substituted the salmon with a piece of roasted chicken or tofu, but always made sure to include a serving of kiwi or a small handful of almonds as a post dinner snack. As the days passed, Lucas not only slept better, but noticed improvements in his overall mood and energy levels. His mind felt clearer, his body more resilient. Conversations with friends became easier, and he found himself smiling more, enjoying the simple pleasures of each day. He marveled at how something as ordinary as food, natural, wholesome, and unprocessed, could restore balance to his sleep and, by extension, his life. By the end of the month, Lucas had transformed his evening routine into a ritual. He approached each meal with intention, savoring the flavors and appreciating their role in nurturing his body and mind. He had learned that sleep wasn't just about shutting down at night. It was about preparing the body through the day, with every choice, every bite, every moment of mindfulness. And so, with a bowl of cherries by his side, a pot of herbal tea steeping nearby, and a sense of gratitude blooming in his heart, Lucas leaned back in his chair and closed his eyes. Sleep came easily now, like the soft embrace of a familiar friend, welcoming him into a world of rest he had thought he'd lost forever.